The Constitution of Albania guarantees equal, free and universal healthcare for all its citizens. The healthcare system of the country is currently organized in 3 levels, among others primary, secondary and tertiary healthcare, and is in a process of modernization and development. The life expectancy at birth in Albania is at 77.8 years and ranks 37th in the world, outperforming several developed countries. The average healthy life expectancy is at 68.8 years and ranks as well 37th in the world. The country's infant mortality rate is estimated at 12 per 1,000 live births in 2015. In 2000, the country had the 55th best healthcare performance in the world, as defined by the World Health Organization. Cardiovascular disease remained the principal cause of death in the country, accounting 52 of total deaths. Accidents, injuries, malignant and respiratory diseases are other primary causes of death. Neuropsychiatric disease has also increased due to recent demographic, social and economic changes in the country. In 2009, the country had a fruit and vegetable supply of 886 grams per capita per day, the 5th highest supply in Europe. In comparison to other developed and developing countries, Albania has a relatively low rate of obesity, probably thanks to the health benefits of the Mediterranean diet. According to World Health Organization data from 2016-21, 7 of adults in the country are clinically overweight, with a body mass index BMI score of 25 or more. Lake Komen was formed as a result of the construction of the Komen hydroelectric power station in 1985. Due to its geographical location and natural resources, Albania has a wide variety of energy resources ranging from gas, oil and coal, to wind, solar and water, as well as other renewable sources. Currently, the electricity generation sector of Albania is dependent on hydroelectricity, simultaneously ranking 5th in the world in percentage terms. The Drin, located in the north, hosts 4 hydroelectric power stations, including Firza, Komen, Skavica and Vavidehes. 2 other power stations, such as the Banj and Maglis, are located along the Devil in the south. Albania has considerably large deposits of oil. It has the 10th largest oil reserves in Europe and the 58th in the world. The country's main petroleum deposits are located around the Albanian Adriatic Sea coast and Mizoke Plain within the western lowlands, where the country's largest reserve is located. Podos Marinza, also located within the area, is the largest onshore oil field in Europe. After the completion of the Trans-Adriatic pipeline TAP, Albania will be significantly connected to the planned Southern Gas Corridor, that will transport natural gas from the Caspian Sea through Albania to Europe. With all, the TAP runs for 215 kilometers 134 miles across Albania's territory before entering the Albanian Adriatic Sea coast, approximately 17 kilometers 11 miles northwest of Fier. In 2009, the company Enel announced plans to build an 800 megawatts coal-fired power plant in the country, to diversify electricity sources. The water resources of Albania are particularly abundant in all the regions of the country and comprise lakes, rivers, springs and groundwater aquifers. The country's available average quantity of fresh water is estimated at 129.7 cubic meters 4,580 cubic feet per inhabitant per year, which is one of the highest rates in Europe. According to the data presented by the Joint Monitoring Program for Water Supply and Sanitation (JMP) in 2015, about 93% of the country's total population had access to improved sanitation. After the fall of communism in 1991, human resources in sciences and technology in Albania have drastically decreased. As of various reports, during 1991 to 2005, approximately 50 of the professors and scientists of the universities and science institutions in the country have left Albania. In 2009, the government approved the National Strategy for Science, Technology and Innovation in Albania, covering the period 2009 to 2015. It aims to triple public spending on research and development to 0.6% of GDP and augment the share of GDE from foreign sources, including the framework programs for research of the European Union, to the point where it covers 40% of research spending, among others. Albania was ranked 84th in the Global Innovation Index in 2021. Telecommunication represents one of the fastest growing and dynamic sectors in Albania. Vodafone Albania, Telecom Albania and Alb Telecom are the 3 large providers of mobile and internet in Albania. As of the Electronic and Postal Communications Authority (ECEP) in 2018, the country had approximately 2.7 million active mobile users with almost 1.8 million active broadband subscribers. Vodafone Albania alone served more than 931,000 mobile users. Telecom Albania had about 605,000 users and Alb Telecom had more than 272,000 users. Development of the population of Albania over the last 60 years. As defined by the Institute of Statistics Instat, the population of Albania was estimated in 2020 at 2,845,955. The country's total fertility rate of 1.51 children born per woman is one of the lowest in the world. Its population density stands at 259 inhabitants per square kilometer. The overall life expectancy at birth is 78.5 years, 75.8 years for males and 81.4 years for females. The country is the 8th most populous country in the Balkans and ranks as the 137th most populous country in the world. The country's population rose steadily from 2.5 million in 1979 until 1989, when it peaked at 3.1 million. It is forecast that the population will continue shrinking for the next decade at least, depending on the actual birth rate and the level of net migration. The explanation for the recent population decrease is the fall of communism in Albania in the late 20th century. That period was marked by economic mass emigration from Albania to Greece, Italy and the United States. 4 decades of total isolation from the world, combined with its disastrous economic, social and political situation, had caused this exodus. The external migration was prohibited outright during the communist era, while internal migration was quite limited, hence this was a new phenomenon. At least 900,000 people left Albania during this period, with about 600,000 of them settling in Greece. The migration affected the country's internal population distribution. It decreased particularly in the north and south, while it increased in the center within the cities of Tirana and Durres. About 53.4% of the country's population lives in cities. The 3 largest counties by population account for half of the total population. Almost 30% of the total population is found in Tirana County, followed by Fier County with 11 and Durres County with 10. Over 1 million people are concentrated in Tirana and Durres, making it the largest urban area in Albania. Tirana is one of the largest cities in the Balkan Peninsula and ranks 7th with a population about 400,000. The second largest city in the country by population is Durres, with a population of 113,000. Followed by Vlora with a population of 104,513. Issues of ethnicity are a delicate topic and subject to debate. Contrary to official statistics that show an over 97% Albanian majority in the country, minority groups such as Greeks, Macedonians, Montenegrins, Roma and Aromanians have frequently disputed the official numbers, asserting a higher percentage of the country's population. According to the disputed 2011 census, ethnic affiliation was as follows: Albanians 2,312,356 82. 6 of the total, Greeks 24,243 0.9, Macedonians 5,512 0.2, Montenegrins 366 0.01, Aromanians 8,266 0.30, Romani 8,301 0.3, Balkan Egyptians 3,368 0.1, other ethnicities 2,644 0.1, no declared ethnicity 390,938 14.0, and not relevant 44,144 1.6. 3. On the quality of the specific data, the Advisory Committee on the Framework Convention for the Protection of National Minorities stated that the results of the census should be viewed with the utmost caution and calls on the authorities not to rely exclusively on the data on nationality collected during the census in determining its policy on the protection of national minorities. Albania recognizes 9 national or cultural minorities: Aromanian, Greek, Macedonian, Montenegrin, Serb, Roma, Egyptian, Bosnian and Bulgarian peoples. Other Albanian minorities are the Gorni people and Jews. Regarding the Greeks, it is difficult to know how many Greeks there are in Albania. The estimates vary between 60,000 and 300,000 ethnic Greeks in Albania. According to Ian Jeffreys, most of Western sources put the number at around 200,000. The 300,000 mark is supported by Greek government